Beneath the equatorial sun, nestled amidst the East African plateau, lies a city of contrasts, Nairobi. In the 1970s, this city of dreams and despair, of high-rise and hut, of affluence and austerity, underwent transformative changes that shaped its destiny. With the backdrop of post-independence euphoria and the Cold War dynamics, Nairobi became a focal point in the African continent. The decade began on a promising note. The late 60s had seen Nairobi evolve from a colonial outpost to the capital of a newly independent Kenya. The city was on the cusp of change, a change that was both exciting and daunting. Nairobi, in the 1970s, was a city in flux, grappling with rapid urbanization, influx of rural migrants and the burgeoning demands of a post-colonial society. As the 70s dawned, Nairobi experienced a construction boom. The skyline changed dramatically with the rise of iconic structures like the Kenyatta International Conference Center. This period also marked the establishment of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, a significant milestone in the city's economic landscape. The mid-70s heralded an era of cultural renaissance. Nairobi became a crucible of African art, literature, and music. The National Theatre and the Kenya Cultural Center became the epicenters of this cultural revival. The city also hosted the first Pan-African Cultural Festival in 1977, putting Nairobi firmly on the global cultural map. However, the decade was not without its challenges. The city grappled with socio-economic disparities, urban poverty, and environmental degradation. The mushrooming of informal settlements or slums like Kibera bore testimony to these challenges. Despite the economic growth, the gap between the haves and the have-nots widened, casting a shadow over Nairobi's progress. Towards the end of the 70s, Nairobi emerged as a diplomatic hub. The United Nations Environment Program established its headquarters in the city in 1978, making Nairobi the first city in the Southern Hemisphere to host a major UN agency. This affirmed Nairobi's growing international significance. In retrospect, the 1970s was a pivotal decade in Nairobi's history. It was a period of growth and challenges, of cultural revival and economic disparities, of global recognition and local struggles. It was a decade that shaped Nairobi's identity and set the stage for its future trajectory. In summary, the 1970s saw Nairobi transform from a colonial outpost to a vibrant, cosmopolitan city. It was a period marked by significant construction and economic growth, a cultural renaissance, and the emergence of Nairobi as a diplomatic hub. However, this progress was not without its challenges, as the city grappled with socio-economic disparities and urban poverty. Despite these hurdles, Nairobi's journey in the 1970s laid the foundation for its future, making it the city it is today.